So cell rejuvenation, basically, how can I stay healthier, be energetic, and look younger through cell therapy? Okay, our main three products, I think many of our friends tonight must have already started one or two of them, and you know the power of cell therapy. So first and foremost, I really want to thank our global CEO and founder, Ms. Lee. Yeah, Ms. Lee Xiangying. Yeah, she always share with us the importance of taking care of our own health. Those of you who are in Singapore, you probably have been hearing quite a lot from our own health minister, Mr. Ong Yi Kang, the past 2 weeks, talking about preventive health care. Yeah, he is working closely with our public hospital to make sure more and more Singaporean or more and more people are taking responsibility for our own health. Don't wait until we are sick, then we go to the hospital. Later, I share with you some of the figure. If today you fall sick in Singapore, you go to the hospital, what is going to cost you? How much is that bomb going to cost you? Okay, so Ms. Lee all along 2007, when she established Avita in Singapore, she always remind us, yeah, take care of our own health, take care of our own health, but at the same time, we want to help other people to be able to not only financially taking care of their own health, but financially taking care of their own life also. So she always shares for a better life, for a better world. For a better life, we all know, yeah, taking care of our own health individually, of our own family, for a better world. It really takes somebody who has such a huge heart, such a magnanimous heart, to be able to share the Avita vision and Avita mission to the whole wide world and change people's mindset. Minister Ong Yi Kang has been telling us the past 2 weeks, it's not easy to even change Singaporean mindset. Why? They are so dependent on medical professionals. So right now, even the ministry is shifting the responsibility more and more to individual. Yeah, don't fall sick. As long as you can, what are the things that we can do? So I'm very, very happy that tonight I have the opportunity to share about cell therapy. So before I go on further, I just want to play this little video regarding about our cells. Okay, so just stay tuned to your audio and enjoy. Wow. You know, when the first time I watched this video, I was actually quite taken aback. Yeah, why? Because I almost forgot that each and every one of us is made out of these tiny little cells. From the day we were born, yeah, our parents, yeah, married and give birth to us. And I didn't realize human being is so amazing. From one cell split to two cell, and that's just come out one baby like that. So human being, our whole body is all made of cells. Why is this so important? Yeah, why is it so important to not understand this? You look at this in terms of natural aging. Yeah, we all know all of us will age one day. Yeah, whether you are not right now at a young age of 20 years old or 30 years old or 45 years old or even 60 years old, we all always see the normal process of aging. Every one of us experience that. But you realize that nowadays, because of the stress and environmental pollution, it's not just about natural aging. It's really now the more important issue of premature aging. You know, most of us don't wait until they are 60 years old. Even at the age of 40 years old, you already start to feel very, very tired. Personally, I come across my own colleague, ex-colleague, yeah, who come down with a stroke at the age of 43. And that is when their children, his children are so young. So I was quite becoming such a premature aging issue, becoming so real to me. So when I get to understand the vision and the mission of Avita, I say that I want to be a strong advocate for that. Premature to preventive healthcare to propagate to everyone. Okay, so premature aging, it will be one of the topic I'm talking later a lot more. You look at Singapore 6 times, talking so much now. Population aging rapidly. More and more of the cohort of friends are already going into my cohort is already more than 50 years old. Yeah. Many coming to 65, coming to 70. There are so many. The question is now, even this other report about our life expectancy, we will definitely live longer. Question is not about live longer now. Question is, from this report, we talk about our last 5 to 10 years. Our last 5 to 10 years from the report, it said that many of us will be on wheelchair. That means we will not be healthy as we wish to be. So many in Singapore, there are already many reports on high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and high sugar content. So the last 10 years, how are we going to take care? I always share, my mom always tell me, yeah, even though if she can live until 90 years old, she would rather her last few years to be able to go just to the toilet by herself. She no need to have any more enough money to her. She no need to have more money. What she wants is she just want to have the basic freedom and dignity of able to go into the toilet by herself. So to me, then our lifestyle, our healthy lifestyle is very, very crucial. What are the things that we can help others to change the concept? Yeah, to change the concept of taking care of our own health until the day we die. Okay. So, but we all know the premature aging. We all hear so many articles about free radicals from the sun, from the environment, from the pollution, even from right now where we are sitting. I'm sitting in the training room in Singapore office, but the radiation from the light, the radiation from the Wi-Fi, even the radiation from the handphone, every one of us, even though we are listening now, I think your handphone is probably beside you. All these are creating radiation. So why is free radicals caused by all this radiation very, very scary? Okay, I have the privilege to learn from the professor, yeah, and I want to share today's topic more on that. Yeah, we talk about oxidative damage by the free radicals. You look at our cell, one single cell, but when the free radicals attack, does it attack sporadically? Or they are attacking our cells continuously, non-stop, 24/7, yeah, every day, non-stop. That is the reality that we are facing. Why? Because most of us, I'm sure, most of us, when we are sleeping, either you have your handphone beside you, or you are watching Korean drama, then watch until you fall asleep with the handphone beside you. Or even if you are not, your Wi-Fi is still roaming every night. So all this continuous attack by the free radicals will damage our cell membrane. That's why scientists are very concerned about how damaging is going to be with the cell membrane damage. Okay. Next one. When the oxidative damage, free radicals causes oxidative damage onto our cell, and this will induce chronic inflammation, which will then cause chronic diseases. Chronic diseases means long-term diseases that doesn't just occur overnight. Yeah, it can be a high blood pressure, it can be a high cholesterol. All these are always, the doctor always share, all these don't just happen overnight. It is because of our lifestyle, because of our diet, because of our inactivity, our sedentary lifestyle that causes all these chronic diseases. And it will not just cause physical aging, it causes premature aging. So we must be aware, how then do we protect ourselves from continuously attacked by the free radicals every moment? Okay. So I want to introduce to you father of cell therapy. Yeah, Professor Dr. Paul Nihan. Yeah, when he talked about life being the cell being our life bearer, and he reminded in his topic, disease in the body is basically the disease in its cells. So if we can address the problem at the root cause, yeah, the cell from being damaged continuously, from being damaged prematurely, then we can extend our healthy lifestyle much longer. Okay, so that is the basic concept of cell therapy. It doesn't mean to get you to become younger. Yes, younger you may feel, but it is impossible to revert you to like when you're 20 years old. How nice if you can think that you can revert to 20 years old. I tell you, today I'm 54 years old. If we can hit the standard where I was in my 30s, I'll be very, very happy. Yeah, you feel that means my energy, my vitality is like when I'm 30 years old. Okay, so it's important to understand cell therapy in that context. And it is nothing new. Paul Nihan has been around, 1882 until 1971, he passed away. Today, a lot of people still want to have the cell therapy treatment. But traditionally, who are the people? Traditionally, it is really for the rich and famous, because the rich and famous check into the Swiss clinic. You probably have seen some of your friends who are friends, or if you can Google, you can even Google and see all these very high-end premium clinic, whereby the rich and famous check into them and then have this cell therapy revitalization process. Is it effective? Yes, it is very effective in terms of revitalizing our cell, repairing our cells, but at a humongous cost. So traditionally, who are the people that have actually been proven to have gone for all this? Okay, let me hanging a little bit. After seeing the Swiss clinic, and my laptop is hang now. Everybody can hear me, yeah? Give me some thumbs up. Okay, so from my own research, at that time when I come to know about cell therapy, I actually did my own research into the internet. I realized that it is not something that common people like you and I will go for. Even at that time, my CEO, my corporate CEO, yeah, even if he were to earn about 40,000 Singapore dollar per month, I doubt he will ever go for such thing also. So you see, traditionally, the rich and famous film star, singer, they go for such a treatment. Of course, film star, singer, they want for their beauty, yeah, for their vitality. But you can see that president, ex-prime minister, they also go for such treatment. Why? Because they want to make sure that their focus, their energy can last while they are governing, while they're helping all their citizens. So most of these people, they actually go for all these kind, which most common folks will not be able to afford. Why? Let me share today's cell therapy, yeah, the anti-aging secret of the rich and famous. In terms of the definition, stem cell implantation, yeah, you probably have heard of. In Singapore, stem cell implantation can only be done by the medical professional at a humongous cost. But is it effective? It is mainly for medical issue, medical treatment like Down syndrome, Parkinson's disease. But is the treatment 100%? Doctor also tell you, no, there won't be 100%. There will be a certain percentage that some people will respond to it very well. Some people may not be able to. Then, like just now what I shared, traditionally, the rich and famous go for the cell therapy injectable at a humongous cost of at least 50,000 US dollar per treatment. Traditionally, they used to use sheep placenta and human placenta. But nowadays, the Swiss, yeah, strongly advise the manufacturer from using sheep placenta anymore. Why later I will share that. Yeah, since 2009, our number one product, Celergen, has been launched here in Singapore, the first one in the world using fish DNA. And around the world now, doctors in the US, in Europe, in Middle East, they are actually advising their client, their patient, to try Celergen at a retail price of US 350. Okay, so the first and only marine cell therapy supplement in the world. Okay, let me just play the short video on Celergen itself, because it has been around for more than 12 years, 13 years. Yeah, soon. Okay, that is Celergen. Yeah, from as I shared, it was launched in 2009 until now. Yeah, coming to 13 years. Personally, tonight, I want to share with you more of my own friend, how I help my friend, how I share with them. And tonight, like what my dad shared, I have the privilege for the past number of years to be able to work with many of the renowned doctors around who share with me a lot more about cell therapy and then how to help my friends further. Okay, so if you Google again, yeah, this is one of the doctors from US, yeah, talking about Celergen being a remarkable tool, yeah, for the well-being of on multiple levels. And he is the one who shared that Celergen is the Rolls Royce of supplement for the human body. Even at today's context, it is still not cheap. Yeah, but it is a very premium natural cell therapy product that have helped many people. One of my good friends shared with me that, yeah, if it is a supplement that can help on all these issues, even at US 350, it is actually worth it. Because why? He tell me that if the supplement is even not effective at all, even if it will sell at $10, it's also no use, right? Because supplement, in terms of supplement, we are consuming into our body. I consume, not only I consume, I give to my mom, I give to my whole family, my wife take, my brother, my sister-in-law, everybody, my in-laws take. So we want not only the efficacy, we want the safety standard also. So we are very happy that Switzerland, being the #1 country in the whole world in terms of cell therapy, have this kind of very premium standard for us to consume with a peace of mind. Okay, the premium cellular marine extract. Yeah, these are all the premium fish DNA from deep sea ocean. So some of my friends even say that, yeah, but ocean nowadays also very polluted. Mind you, every fish that they extract out, the DNA that they extract out from the fish, the scientists make sure to check that they are all comply to the very strict Eurocode standard. So these have all the very strict standard established by in Europe. Yeah. And I first time before Celergen, I have never even tried a supplement before. Now, when Celergen came up with all this worldwide accreditation, I actually did my own due diligence. Yeah, what we engineers always say, you do your own due diligence to check yourself. So I actually go to quite a lot of the pharmacy to check, is all this accreditation done by other supplement? I seldom see many accreditation for most of the supplement out there. So the others that is very important, BSCG. I used to be a represent school, university, and even for my army, yeah, during my army time. BSCG is a very, very important gold standard, especially for professional athletes. Why? Because professional athletes nowadays, if they were to do well in the competition or that doesn't do well, even those who don't do well, they are being randomly tested for make sure their urine don't have any steroids or any drugs inside. So once you pass through this BSCG, yeah, banned substance control group, now that means the product is free from all these chemicals or free from all these steroid or drugs. So Celergen has this very important certification. Even today, I understand some of the Europe national football team and athletes, they are even taking Celergen to supplement their vitality, their health. The other one that is very important, like just now what I share, right? In terms of, does Celergen contain placenta? Why? Because some of my friends ask that. I always assure them, because placenta-laced product, like what the Swiss professor shared, placenta-laced product is known to affect hormone changes. So if you may introduce to a friend, that the friend sometimes worry if they have family history of cancer, then most of our family doctor would advise us, don't take anything that may affect your hormone changes because it might trigger cancer cell. So this is a very important aspect. We all know, all of us got cancer cell in our body, right? Is how high that level of cancer cell inside that the doctor will term it as stage 1 or stage 2 or stage 3 or stage 4. So it's important for us to be aware of that. Not that we are totally nothing. We are all 100% no. All of us at a certain moment, we have some issue inside. How then do we address them? I shared with some of the friends here, some of my close friends around, that recently I visited one of my ex-colleagues, younger than me, less than 50 years old, have 4 bypass. Four bypass. I was quite shocked. And she was telling me that the doctor was shocked that one of her vessel is totally 100% blocked. 100% blocked. And the doctor was telling her that you are very, very lucky. Any moment you can just collapse. Luckily, she went into the hospital on time. So I was sharing with her about all this kind of issue from what I learned from my friends here. Yeah. So what does Celergen contain? Firstly, the main ingredient, bio-DNA cellular membrane complex. This one is the one that really helped us in terms of the bone, the dental joint, the bone growth. So I still remember the first time sitting in the function hall in St. Regis Hotel in Singapore, 2009, when the Swiss professor was sharing. He said that Celergen is a very premium product that can address especially osteoporosis and osteoarthritis. So my mom at that time, 72 years old, that was 2009. At that time, she already had these 2 issues. She cannot climb the staircase at home without pain. That means her lower back and her joint and her knee joint will feel pain every time she climbs up the staircase. I don't expect miracles from Celergen at that time, but I was quite surprised because the Swiss professor thought until like it's quite a very premium product. The first 2 boxes that I got it, I let my mom try. I wasn't expect miracles, but I was quite surprised that within about a month, my mom can climb the staircase without much pain. But at that time, she still need to hold on to the railing. Today, 12, 13 years, today she is coming to 85 years old. I'm very, very happy. She is still able to climb the staircase by herself without much pain. So today, she can even go to a toilet by herself, which is what she always shared with me. Yeah, I want to have freedom. Please don't come and treat me like an old lady. So she loved freedom and she loved to travel around visiting her old friends. So I feel Celergen is something that we as children will give a precious gift to our parents. Yeah, they don't need more money. To them, money is just something that they give to the grandchildren. Yeah, they do not what they want is health and the freedom, yeah, to be able to do things by themselves. The bio-DNA cellular membrane complex, a very important ingredient in Celergen. Another one, peptide E collagen. Yesterday, one of my friends was asking me, does Celergen contains collagen? I say it's not only collagen, it is peptide E collagen, a much more minute collagen in terms of cellular form that can absorb into our cell much more readily. So it actually helps. Ladies will know, right? Why ladies always think about collagen? Because it gives that kind of toy, yeah, for our skin. So peptide E collagen provide that. Of course, frankly speaking, as an engineer, myself, I seldom share Celergen in terms of beauty. But quite a number of my friends always feedback to me, after about a month or two of taking Celergen, they find that their friend feel that in terms of their face, in terms of their radiance, is very different. So they are very happy with Celergen in that perspective. Hydroamine peptide, one of the very key ingredient also. Why? Because this one is known to be able to reduce the clinically tested, reduce the glycemic index of carbohydrates by 37%. So it's another very important one. Why? Because high sugar content, diabetes, is one of the huge problems facing Singaporean now. Okay, I'm sure in many other Asian cities, in Philippines, in Indonesia, in Malaysia, I'm sure similar, high fast-paced city like Singapore will have this kind of issue. Supplementary ingredient lutein. Those of us who have family members with eye issue, the eye doctor will normally give them lutein as a supplement. Why? Because it actually protects the eye from the degenerative macular degeneration. Great skin extract, another very important ingredient whereby it helps to reduce, dilute our blood, preventing from being too the viscosity, from being higher viscosity so that our blood can flow better. Coenzyme Q10, another very common supplement that a lot of people take. These are individually lutein, grape skin extract, coenzyme Q10. These three, I feel I can find it in the pharmacy. Coenzyme Q10 is known to be the energizer to our body, to our human body, to our cells. So most people who take coenzyme Q10, they feel that they have more energy and they are more energetic. Okay, so Celergen itself, what the Swiss has done is they synergistically blended all this together into a very special formula. It's not like you're taking one by itself. That's why it has the combined effect, like what most of us experience. So what do they do? Once they combine them, synergistically blended together, they have a three-step action. Firstly, it helps. Remember just now the earlier slide I shared. Our cell is being bombarded by free radicals continuously, 24/7, non-stop. So basically, firstly, Celergen helps us to intercept and prevent the free radicals from bombarding our cell every moment. Second, it repair and maintain the damaged cells and replenish high quality raw material. And third, it rebuild and rehabilitate. It regulate the genetic activity from being turned into lousier cells. In the layman term, I always say our cell will grow as we renew our cells every 3 to 4 months. It will turn lousier and lousier. That means it's not as effective anymore. What Celergen help us to do, or what cell therapy from Celergen help us to do, is help us to rebuild and rehabilitate, like when we are 30 years old. Like when we feel that we can be more mobile. So that is very important for me. I still exercise every day, and today I still can run in Singapore context. Those of us who are in Singapore, we serve the national service. Our standard gauge is the 2.4 kilometer run. Today, over 50 years old, I'm still very proud to share with people that I still can run our 2.4 kilometer less than 12 minutes. So it's a very, very gold standard in the army standard. So some of the friends that I come across, this gentleman, Alex himself, much younger than me, 40 over years old. At that time, he was suffering from 3 high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high sugar level. He wasn't really ready to take on Celergen because he find that was such a premium product. They're not part with his money at that time. But he got worried when his leg Look at this bottom left-hand side. When his leg get a little bit like what we call gangrene, right? High sugar content. So the doctor actually warned him. His doctor actually warned him, if you still don't take care, I may have to amputate your leg. Wow. He got very, very worried. That's when he started on Celergen. So after 2 months, after 6 months, eventually after how many years, even until recently, I still see him every now and then come into the office and get his supply of Celergen. Sometimes he still bring his friend along and told his friend, this is the one that helped me. So he actually refer quite a number of friends to try on Celergen themselves. He helped people that to be on a much healthier platform. Okay. Another friend, he's also in Singapore HQ, James Chua. James Chua is a diabetic patient. In fact, his sugar level always shoot up whenever he has his dinner, all this taking rice. So after that, he will feel very, very lethargic. So he's so worried because one of the medical tests show even that his kidney level functioning at only 21%. 21%. The doctor also warned him, if he go down any further, he will have to go on dialysis. So at that time, he started on Celergen also. He feel that, yeah, I might as well start trying. After about 1 year, he went back to the doctor. Yeah, in between, he also got checkup. But after the 1 year, he do another comprehensive test. The doctor was quite surprised. His kidney function level went back up to 27%. Until today, touch wood, James Chua is still on Celergen, and today he is able to do his brisk walking every night before or after dinner. So I'm very, very happy to help him and his wife Kimi, yeah, in maintaining a healthy lifestyle. So, this is the ex-colleague that I always share. I think some of my friends in the engineering circle know Lok also, Mr. Lok. Another, in fact, is one of my staff previously working together in my team. At that time, because he come out and be his own boss, becoming a contractor. And those of us who are in Singapore, we know, as a contractor, the life is very, very tough. At 43 years old at time, 2016, he smoked, he drink, he's late night, and sometimes he got to tender for project and work throughout the whole night to complete his project. 2016, end of 2016, that time he said, I only get to know that he suffered a stroke in end of 2016. I got a shock. I visited him. He stayed in Punggol, yeah, which is near quite a number of our associate house. I went to visit him. I told him, I actually scolded him, because when I visited him, he has 2 children. One at that time is only secondary 1. The other one is only primary 5. I still remember I saw the children. I said, look, you are still young. What are you going to do about, what are the things that you're going to do? He said that no choice, no choice. He kept telling me no choice. He was quite negative at that time. So I teach him about gua sha, the meridian therapy, but I also encourage him to start on Celergen. The other one that I encourage him to start on NGF is only in 2017, which I will share later. Yeah, because NGF was only launched in 2017. Okay, so after that, almost every few months I will visit him. 2019, I told him, I called him from his house downstairs, you come down by yourself. And he able to walk down by himself with crutches. Today, Lok is able to even take the MRT, our transit system in Singapore by himself. So I'm very happy to help a fellow engineer much younger than me to regain back his life. Yeah, today he's still very happy, trying to get better and better, of course, because he need to go for physio to improve his mobility. Okay. So cell regeneration, very important in terms of all these specific issues. And what another doctor say is not a pharmaceutical, it's not a chemical drugs, but it truly works on the cellular level to promote regeneration. So it is very important to understand the doctor issue medical drugs, especially in Singapore. Singapore Medical Council will strictly have a list of drugs for the doctor to issue. They cannot issue other things officially, like natural supplement. So, but then there are doctors who understand natural supplement, and they feel that all this actually can be a good supplement in terms of our rehabilitation. Okay. Another doctor that I have the privilege to get to know. Yeah, Dr. Diona herself, who was introduced to Celergen by Gina. Yeah, our good friend here in Singapore. At that time, Dr. Diona wasn't very open to natural supplement, being a medical doctor, which is understandable. But when her mom, a prominent lawyer, came down with all the high, as she was telling us, hypertension, diabetes, everything high cholesterol, high sugar content, all this. She thought, why not let the mom try Celergen. Yeah. Then at that time, after about 6 months, she realized that the mom become better and better. And after that, she even came to Singapore to understand a lot and to share with us her knowledge as a medical doctor about cell therapy. So we also learn from medical doctor on how then can we share more professionally to our own friend as a layman. We're very happy today. Dr. Diona today is one of our key leaders in the Philippines who have helped many others to recuperate in terms of their tree high, especially. She always share on that. Okay. Energy, stamina, and vitality. Okay. So being an engineer, I always look for such test report. Is there any clinical test? And it must be independent. Yeah, why? Because as got independent lab to test it, that is the best, because it shows that the company don't try to doctor the report. So it's important in this test report, they tested on more than 6,000 patients. Yeah, 15 days, talking about evening tiredness upon waking up, all this kind of issue. So in terms of partially, improvement, very, very high. Of course, to have full recovery, I feel you need, most of my own experience, most of the time, my friend, I will tell them, give yourselves a chance to renew one whole cycle first. Take about 3 to 4 months. In between, you monitor. Because once you renew one full cycle, then you come and assess the next time, one more time. Yeah, the best, if you have a medical checkup coming up, that will be the best. Then you can see in terms of blood test, in terms of what the doctor tell you, that will be the best. Okay. So the next one is on recuperation after exercise. Many of my athletes friends, they still train some are still training for marathon, some swim quite a lot, and they always feel that with Celergen, in terms of their body aching, they recover quite fast. So it's a very, very crucial, especially in our fast-paced society like Singapore. I come across many friends who are still working in the corporate sector, but come weekend, they are like sporting warrior like that. They go for extreme sport. Then Monday, Tuesday, they have all sort of aching. So Celergen actually provide them with all this kind of recovery. Another test. This one is testing on younger group, around 44 years old. Average age. Lesser group of people, 600 over people, but on muscular pain, visual disorder, all this kind. These again are all independent clinical studies that boost my confidence in taking Celergen and in sharing Celergen to many of my friends. One of the friend, a good friend that I come across, a lawyer himself, younger than me. You can look at him. You can look at his white hair. The first time when I told him about Celergen, he was actually very skeptical. But being a lawyer, he said, "Okay, let me try," because he feels that his lifestyle is very stressful, especially when he take on complicated cases. Yeah. So when he started on Celergen, I asked him, "Is there any changes?" He said, "Not really." But after thinking about a year, he actually, the other day when I met up with him, he said that, "Hey, I realized that for the past 1 year, I never come down with any flu." Because why? He said that almost every year, he will come down with at least 2 to 3 times of common flu. So, and recently he actually get COVID. So he said that, "Hey, but I got COVID, but I don't feel that kind of strong symptom." Yeah, he have some cough. Yeah, no fever. He find that after less than 3 days, he recovered. So he was quite surprised that his immune system is much more stronger. So he feel that Celergen has helped him quite substantially on that. Okay, relief of joint pain. Yeah, in terms of joint pain, osteoarthritis, which my mom on that, I actually see. What did I see? I see the clinical test also. Osteoarthritis. This one, average age of 60 years old. More than 2,000 people. Again, you can see that it's a completely relief pain, not so fast, I would say. Yeah, within one month, not so fast, but partially relief pain and improve physical performance. I feel my mom fall into this category. My mom has been taking Celergen for the past almost 13 years. And I find that in terms of mobility, thanks to Celergen, she can walk freely around today. Is 100% due to Celergen itself. One of the friends that I come across also, Miss D or Diana Sim, but she don't want me to share so much of the detail. But she was complaining to me at that time when I get to know her about her spinal pain and bone spur around her C4, C5. Then her lower back spinal pain. She even went for surgery at our Singapore Mount E Hospital, one of the most prestigious hospitals in Singapore. And she claimed that the surgeon never do a proper job. She almost want to sue the doctor. And after that, her good friend introduced her to a specialist in Melbourne, Australia. And she fly there 2 times. Yeah, every half year she fly there to do further surgery, but still not completely recovered. So at that time when I told her, when she asked me, I went to her office, I shared with her about Celergen. She tried. She was quite surprised after 5 months, about 6 months, she went back to Australia to check out. The surgeon was actually quite surprised that after her final surgery, the next day she can actually came down from her bed and walk around. The doctor was actually surprised on that, and she get discharged that afternoon. So even now, her friend exclaimed, now she's actually coming 70 years old. Her friend told her that her skin and her vitality is still very, very good. So tonight I actually invite her, but she actually on the cruise now. So this was in the Singapore HQ, whereby she took a picture with Tiffany, one of my team member. Mental health, very important test, and it helped many people with stress level who cannot sleep properly. It relieves from anxiety. So I think Dr. Diona along the way also shared with us quite a number of cases I won't show everyone, but I want to show quite a few that I feel that can help quite a number of my own friends and relatives. So Dr. Tachi herself, her mom, Alzheimer's disease for 15 years, cannot remember a lot of things. Yeah, after 2 months on Celergen, actually remember their names and know about even attending mass on the Sunday. So it's important to see how Celergen actually help different kind of people. And I always share with my friend, not 100% that it will help 100% of people. Some will be slower, some will be faster. It depends on the condition of each individual. Okay. Glycemic index, diabetes. Just now I shared James Chua being a diabetic. Because of Celergen, it helped. Today, he is still, although he is still on diabetic drugs, but at least his sugar level is much controlled. So another important clinical test done, how it reduced the glycemic index. And this is one of our very good case here in the Philippines, whereby Mr. Nani used to have insulin injection for so many years, for 7 years. But today, he lived a normal life, without much chemical injection. I think that is an important thing that I always want to share. If there is a natural product that can help you with your chronic disease, would you rather try natural product as compared to taking chemical products? So it's important to have that kind of option for you, for your friend, whenever you share with friend. Yeah, another one. Now this one is hydroammpeptide. One is M-peptide, one is M-peptide, and really tested. This one M-peptide is really tested on the obesity. So obesity is also one of the concerns. Our sedentary lifestyle, which many of us, being especially during the COVID time, all of us are just sitting in front of the computer, Zoom whole day. If you are working, you are Zooming whole day with your colleague or with your client. So much so that even nowadays, a lot of people just watching drama, Korean drama on the computer. So it is a lifestyle that are causing all this kind of obesity problem. One of the good friends, Cyril, back in 2014 to 2016, actually see a significant improvement in terms of the knee pain, in terms of his weight loss, and I think more important thing, the arthritis that he suffered. Okay. Beauty enhancement, again, as I shared, I feel this is a very, very good side effect. If we can help you look nicer, look more radiant, why not? It's not only about our internal cells that get repaired, it will exude out to our external cell and help to repel a lot of free radicals that are bombarding our skin. Immune system, another very good case. Two of my good friends, Calvin and Dennis, the brothers, which quite a number of our associates also know them. They get their parents to start on Celergen more than 5 years ago. And today, Margaret, Mrs. Margaret Tan, she always shares because she loves to go to her club. Her club is a Singapore Swimming Club. She loves to go there, chit-chat with all her good friends, and even play jackpot. And most of her friends who are around 80 years old, always amazed by her vitality, by her youthfulness, and she always smile and very, very happy. So her friend always ask her, what are you on? Are you on drugs or what? So she always share with them, just ask my children what. So the children will then share with all the old folks about Celergen. Okay. Another friend that I come across, Miss Kang, another lawyer also, who suffer from chronic asthma. I feel it is also a chronic disease that within my cohort of friends, a lot of them have this kind of issue. So I actually, thanks to Ms. Kang, I actually introduced Celergen to quite a number of my friends who have children who have asthma also. Okay. So the other test that is very important. Today I'm sharing with you what are many of these important tests that have been throughout the years actually tested independently by the doctors, by the scientists. This one is conducted in Europe back in 2013. As I shared, being an engineer, I have the privilege to learn from the doctors. What does all these test report means? Because they are all appear in medical journal, which even if I were to read, I also don't really understand much. So thanks to Dr. Diona herself, she actually summarized them also to help us understand better. So this test is using Celergen testing on live human liver cancer cell, in the clinical lab. So basically, what does it mean? It causes G1 arrest and apoptosis to this HepG2 cells. Basically, what it means is I only look at the main result, the conclusion. It actually can induce 25 to 30% of the cancer cell to undergo apoptosis. I say, what is apoptosis? Apoptosis, basically means natural death. So we all know our cells will renew itself every 3 to 4 months. Then depend on which body parts of our cells. After that, it will die. Then new cell come out and new cell will form and then renew again. But we all know cancer cell doesn't die. That's how cancer cells start to spread. But this report is very important. I will share with my friend. Why? If this report is really what it is, that means it can retard, it can slow down the cancer cell from regenerating non-stop. Very, very important finding. Okay. The other one that it has also, it decreased the activity of oncogene CMYC. Oncogene CMYC, according to the doctors, is one of the category of common cancer cell. And this one is saying that it can reduce 40% reduction in the activity of this oncogene CMYC. You think about it, oncogene come from where? The doctor that we always know, oncologists. So the cancer doctors. So oncologists actually come from the word oncogene cell. So which are the cancer that is related to this oncogene CMYC cell? What the doctor share is, lung cancer, colorectal, stomach, limb, breast cancer, very common in Singapore. Lung cancer also very common, colon cancer also very common, cervix, uterine, and neuro. So which I have helped along the way to share with some of my friends who may have friends or relatives who are come under this category. So I really appreciate such a report, painstakingly done by company, done by Miss Lee. It's not easy to get this kind of test done, because I can 100% tell you none of the supplement out there will bother to take their supplement to test for all this report. So according to Dr. Diona, she said that Celergen has anti-carcinogenic property, which is good. It inhibits the proliferation. It retards the growth of the cancer cell. It promotes the death of the cancer cell. It lowers our risk of having cancer, and it delays the progression and reduce the aggressiveness. We know sometimes cancer, some can be very aggressive. Many years back, I had one auntie who suffered from one of the very aggressive cancer. Within less than 3 months, she just go. So I was quite shocked. So aggressiveness of cancer is something that we must also take note. Your marker go down normally, normally. So after 2 months, from their experience, especially if you double boost on Celergen. So there are quite a lot of very good summary from our friends, doctor's friend here, which again, we strictly do not claim that Celergen can cure. It is not a cure. Because all these tests are done in the clinical lab. So if friends who have cancer, all these, please don't share with them that take Celergen, it will cure. No, it can supplement their recovery, which I am very sure. Okay. So one of the good friends, Ida herself previously came to Singapore for radiation. She is Indonesian, stay in Jakarta. So you can see Ida today in Jakarta. She is quite famous. A lot of our associates know her, met her before, and their whole family. And today, she still shares Celergen very, very happily with her gang of Ibu-Ibu in Indonesia. In 2019, that was just before pandemic, just before the COVID pandemic. We actually went there to visit her and her hubby, Patatu. And today, Patatu, 80 over years old, she can still swim in their home, almost Olympic-sized swimming pool every other day, half an hour. So you can imagine 80 over years old. So I'm very, very thankful to Celergen for giving him that kind of energy. Ruby, I think everybody know about Ruby. During our recent, I will not ask her to share, but I will just show on that because Honey, her sister, this one on the right, the other sister, Mona, that time when we went to our house, we actually, because Honey suffered from breast cancer, never tell the whole family because she got very, very scared. So being single, she don't want them to worry. But when Ruby got to know, she was so angry. And she immediately started Honey on Celergen using Farnesol Magnolia, our TCM herbal essential oil, using matrix cell, many things. Until today, very, very happy. Honey is still enjoying her life and still taking on Celergen diligently. So as I always share with my friend, Celergen may not be 100% effective for everybody, but from my own friend, I myself, I come across so many cases that, I will always share. Some may not be totally 100% feel they will continue, but I'm sure 70 to 80% of them, they benefit lots and lots from Celergen itself. Another very important test. Coming out from the cancer test, this one is on human pancreatic cancer. We all know pancreatic cancer. Who is the world famous guy that passed away because of pancreatic cancer? Steve Jobs. And we all know from all the research, pancreatic cancer is one of the most aggressive cancer and one of the most painful one. One of the most painful one. So at that time, I get to know Tita Alice. I think Tita Alice today is also here. She was sharing with us that her hubby, suffer from that. And they even engaged a pain doctor to manage his pain. I was very, very touched because to manage his pain, because they are foreseeing the kind of suffer that he might. So at that time, Tita Alice started the husband on Celergen. The doctor actually give him 2 months, 6 months to live. But he extended the life for another 2 years and without much pain. So Tita Alice was actually very, very happy with Celergen. So again, 2019, at that time, I had the privilege to meet this wonderful lady. She is a business lady, but very, very down to earth, very, very humble. and very, very friendly. I say, as a Singaporean, I say, I come over the Davao. I just want to understand how Celergen actually helped she and her family. So today, I'm very happy that she also shared with quite a number of her friends and family members about Celergen. Okay. So Celergen repairs, rebuild, and rejuvenate our generic cells. I want to share why. NGF, what does NGF do? NGF was started in 2017, launched a product that is collaborated with our Singapore A-Star. I'm very, very proud of that. Why? Because we know Singapore A-Star is our Singapore government scientific lab. They attract all the top scientists around the world and come and do the most advanced research. Even doctors will listen to all these scientists. I still remember Dr. Lucero, who came to Singapore. He said that, yeah, he will definitely listen to what the scientists in A-Star talk about. Yeah, what are they researching on the latest natural product. So NGF was born out of there from A-Star. It helped to revitalize our autonomic nervous system, our nerve cell. So it's a specific group of cells. So when friends who have issue that is related to nerve, then I will recommend NGF together with Celergen. But NGF first, tackle the main problem first, then Celergen to revitalize their whole body cell. So let me play a short video on NGF. So this one is talking about the autonomic nervous system, how it relates to all the involuntary action in our body, be it heartbeat, breathing, all these kind of issue. So the video on NGF.
Do you know why our autonomic nervous system is so important? Because it controls all our involuntary actions, the beating of our heart, and the widening or narrowing of our blood vessels. When something goes wrong in our autonomic nervous system, it can cause serious problems including blood pressure, heart problems, trouble with breathing and swallowing, brain degenerative diseases including Parkinson's, stroke. Introducing a new revolutionary health supplement, NGF, natural growth factors from premium bird nest extracts. A natural way to support our autonomic nervous system and enhance our immunity. NGF from premium bird nest extracts can help stimulate the production of nerve growth factors in the human brain, regulate and enhance immune system, enhance memory retention, and delay neurodegenerative diseases such as dementia, including Alzheimer's disease, activate neural progenitor cells, and is perfect for chronic diseases and all viral infections. The other synergistic ingredients in NGF natural growth factors include purple chokeberry, sage extract, bacopa, nattokinase, beta-glucan. These ingredients are known for improving blood circulation, enhancing memory, and overall well-being. To boost your body's natural capacity, to promote nerve growth factors in your brain functions, to enhance your autonomic nervous system and improve your immunity system, try NGF today with your family. NGF, natural growth factors from the synergistic formulation of premium bird nest extracts and other effective ingredients. NGF, the only natural way.
Okay, so Celergen 2009, NGF 2017. So NGF, I shared.
Do you know?
NGF is mainly more on all this kind of specific issue. Alzheimer's disease, yeah, is related to the genetic lifestyle or the environmental factors. Parkinson's disease. At that time, 2017, I asked Professor Lim, because I have a cousin who got Parkinson's disease, stage 4. So I didn't know at that time, Parkinson also got stage 1, stage 2 until stage 5. So my cousin, stage 4 Parkinson. Yeah, so she was holding the cup of water and she even shake until the water all come up. So Prof. Lim shared with me, at her kind of stage, first week take 1, then second week onward take 4. So I was quite surprised. After about 6 months, she can now hold the cup without spilling the water. So it is something that can control. We all know Parkinson's disease, a lot of all the kind of neuro disease cannot be totally cured, but it can control and improve the quality of our patient's life. Okay, depression, one of the now more and more common issue. Depression, a lot of people who got depression, initial depression, a lot of people don't realize. Then until when it comes to serious depression, that's where it becomes very, very difficult to handle. So it's important to understand depression and then what are the things that can help, not only in terms of psychology, but in terms of supplement also. Autism also, I didn't realize autism is something that is related to neuro disorder also. So many of our friends, who has children or know of children, parents with children with autism also try on NGF. So one of the clinical tests, very important, whereby they extract the amino acid of the edible bird nest and compared to other food items like milk, chicken egg yolk, chicken egg white, even infant formula. Infant formula, and they test the amino acid in this EBN is the highest. And what does it do? What does it do? Most important thing is what does it do? Not whether high or low. Low doesn't matter. You can look at this clinical test. Our normal cells, not normal nerve cell here. Quite dense, but a Parkinson patient, the nerve cell you can see is very sparse. But on this A1, after NGF, normal with NGF, you see that the nerve cell become a lot more denser. Whereas this one, Parkinson, after NGF, the nerve cell become able to be closer together. Sure, that is something that is very, very motivating, very encouraging for people who are suffering from Parkinson. Right? You can see that this one, the density become almost like a normal person. So it can help in terms of mobility. That's where I feel my cousin actually benefit from that. So this is a very important test report, A-star, a very precious report that I always share with friends. It is not something that we claim that it can work. Even the General Hospital in Singapore also look upon this as a very important document that can help many, many other patients. Okay, another test report that Professor Lim shared, they tested NGF with the world medical standard. You can see this medical standard over here, the one in dark green, as compared to NGF, this one. It almost reached the world medical standard. But of course, we know the world medical standard is very, in terms of cost, is also very high. But it's a medical drug. So we know if we take too much medical drugs, it will cause long-term side effect. But if now you have a natural supplement that can reach almost the same kind of standard as the medical drug, would you then be open to try? Or you can ask your friend who may have family members who suffer from all this, are they open to try? So a lot of people actually start trying NGF together with Celergen. This test report, again, is another test report on the differentiation, the neural differentiation to get, again, test with a medical standard. You can see medical standard with NGF almost similar. So it's a very important test report that really boosts my confidence on NGF too. Yeah, the neuroprogenitor cells, no growth factor. Yeah, without any growth factor, you can see less dense. With NGF, this one is with medical standard. See, comparable, these two. This one with 10% edible bird nest. Yeah, like what we normally eat bird nest from the commercial shop. Actually, you can see not much difference. Yeah, but NGF is a lot more concentration in terms of the amino acid from the bird nest. Okay, so it's important to see the real scientific report. Okay. One of the testimonials shared by Dr. Fiona, yeah, on Parkinson's disease, one of the doctor friend who have patient who have this issue, and very happy with NGF and Celergen, they actually help her become stronger, help the patient become stronger. Another good friend that we come to know, Alice Chu, a principal for a special needs school, yeah, in Muar, Malaysia. After getting to know NGF, she actually shared with many of the children's parents, and many of the children actually benefit from Celergen. Those of you who know Alice, I think you already can even get quite a lot of testimonial from the parents, yeah, who we feedback to Alice, yeah, Alice Chu about the improvement in their children. So it is something that is real and that we see for ourselves. And that really boosts many of our friends' confidence too. My own friend, yeah, at that time, Anand, my very good friend, more than 30 years, yeah, NS friend, National Service friend. He is a lawyer. By the time when he told me his mom fell down a few years ago, the mom slowed down a lot and become just don't talk to them much. When he started the mom on NGF, and for him he started on Celergen himself, he find that the mom become very talkative and can even argue with him, being a lawyer. Okay, so for himself, he find that he is quite plump. Yeah, quite a number of associates also met Anand before. Quite plump, yeah, so not very mobile. But that time his son over in this picture, Satya, actually have a kidney. From young day, he already have kidney issue. So he had to push the son, Satya, on the wheelchair up a slope near their house. So he realized that after Celergen, he can push the wheelchair without much panting. So until today, only last week, again, Anand came to replenish Celergen and NGF for the family. So I'm very, very happy to be able to help him and the family too. Another good friend, our PD EJ, everybody know, I think, but her daughter, not many people know. Her daughter had been taking for NGF for 4 years because she was sharing with me. She used to feel very, very stressful in her schoolwork. Yeah, in Singapore. Tell you, sometimes Singapore education not easy. A lot of people feel stressed. Not only the children stress, the parents stress also. So EJ passed the NGF, encouraged the daughter to take. And even until today, Elsie, her daughter, shared with me that nowadays she just finished her exam. She can focus a lot and have a lot of confidence going to her exam hall. And it's something that helped her in terms of memory retention. So another wonderful product that brought in by Miss Lee, I'm very, very grateful for. So another good friend, yeah, which the mom, Lydia, with our good friend Aiza, sharing with us over video. Aiza today is a nurse working in New Zealand. So what does she have to share regarding her mom?
Hi, my name is Isa and I am a registered nurse currently working here in New Zealand. And I just would like to share with you a story of my mom who has experienced the wonders of the natural growth factor. It began when my mom started taking Celergen in 2018, and she is happy how Celergen is giving her energy, improving her mood, and enhancing her beauty. Meanwhile, my mom was diagnosed with early stage of dementia a few years back, and my mom wished to take something to enhance her memory as she complains of difficulty in remembering, and she felt like everything was slowly fading. So my mom wished to take something to bring back her memory and to at least to slow down the progression of the symptoms of dementia, when a friend of mine suggested for my mom to take NGF. And surprisingly, when my mom started taking Celergen with NGF, she was able to sleep well, and she said that for the longest time she was able to remember her dreams. And my mom also said that she was able to felt like her memory has been sharpened too over the weeks. And for us and for my mom's experience, it was really priceless. Thus, I thank NGF, I thank Avita for bringing this into our lives, and I thank God for the gift of NGF.
Thank you very much, Aiza. Okay, I'll go on to the next one.
Hi.
Okay, what is Celeva now? Okay, coming from NGF, remember, then Celeva. It was only launched late last year, 2021. So a lot of people still don't know, but personally, I think some of you have seen my testimonial on video on the YouTube, on one of my friend, Patrick Moria, on his leg issue, yeah. So, but what is Celeva? I feel it helped to promote healthy cell membrane. Remember earlier I talked about how the free radicals bombard our cells every moment, 24/7. If we do not protect our cells, our cell membrane, it will come a point whereby it breaks through. It breaks through the cell membrane and create havoc into our cells. So the cell membrane is one of the first line of defense that we are responsible. What are the things that can help? Celeva. It replenish choline level, which is one of the important nutrients in our body. As we age, we lack of all these. So Celeva also provide this. Third one is promote healthy cholesterol balance. Yeah, healthy cholesterol balance, which is very, very crucial. So a lot of disease actually started because of this. Cholesterol may not be a major issue, but a lot of disease can come from high cholesterol level. And lastly, support healthy liver function. Okay, so now that's how I thought Celergen repair the generic cells, yeah, rejuvenate the generic cell. NGF revitalize our more specific nerve cells. Now, Celeva clears the blockages, yeah, in our blood arteries to protect the cell membrane, and so that when it clears, it then allows the good ingredient to be better absorbed into our whole bloodstream, into our whole system. So I hope everybody is then clear which are the ones that you may need first. Yeah, if you know that you are a lot of toxin, a lot of time you eat different kind of good ingredient, it don't have effect. Then my advice, start Celeva, then after that Celergen. Yeah, so unless you have specific issue, yeah, NGF. Okay, so it's important to understand and advise your friend and family members. Okay, so now you see the culprit in atherosclerosis. What is atherosclerosis? Basically, it's LDL. We always keep, just now the earlier slide also talk about LDL cholesterol. You can see the bad LDL. It actually will block most of our bloodstream throughout the years. Again, doctor keep reminding us, it doesn't just occupy overnight. Like my friend, earlier I shared, right? My friend, 49 years old, the doctor was surprised that her vessel fully blocked. And she was surprised also. And the doctor told her it's not overnight. This one accumulate over 10, 20, 30 years. So supplement, healthy lifestyle, young diet, exercise. Okay, and this is what our health minister, Mr. Ong Yi Kang, has been sharing so much the past 2 weeks. Okay, but not only LDL cholesterol, the other one is homocysteine, the unknown killer. What does it do? It actually injured our blood vessel. And then when it injured our blood vessel, it will cause the narrowing in our arteries. So it's not just accumulation of the LDL, it's also the injury to our blood vessel. That is a culprit. So it's important to gain a little bit more knowledge on such things so that you are taking the proper supplement to help in our health. Okay, let me just play a short video on this for Celergen. You know, just now met Xiang Jie, because yesterday we met one of the professor, a neuro expert. Yeah, a neuro expert who got stroke. Yeah, quite ironical, right? So he was sharing with us, he has recovered, but he was sharing with us that there are two kinds of stroke. Actually, one is neuro-related stroke. The other one is blood vessel-related stroke. So now it gives me another answer to how then do we distinguish between NGF and Celergen. Neuro-related, yeah, means what? Hitting the autonomic nervous system. So if it's neuro-related, I would recommend NGF first. Yeah, but it is blood vessel. Blood vessel, like just now I shared, is either the accumulation of the plaque in our blood, in our arteries, or the homocysteine that damage our blood vessel and cause the narrowing of our arteries. So the two kinds. Okay, so I hope everybody now able to understand how then do we share Celergen and NGF. And of course, Celergen is a must because it's the generic cell that help in the overall. Okay, so one of my recent case that I have also shared, I'm very happy to share this one because a young man, only 35 years old, he was sharing that he has been on cholesterol drugs for a number of years. I was surprised because he shared that he has family history on high cholesterol issue. But one of his doctor friend told him that you are on statin, right? He said that if you are only 35 years old, you take another 10 years, I'm quite sure, the doctor told him, I'm quite sure you will have dementia. Wow, he got worried. Another 10 years means only 45 years old, no? It means you will have dementia. So his mother-in-law in Singapore, this gentleman stay in KL. His mother-in-law in Singapore went to visit him, passed him the Celergen and Celeva. Initially, he's not very sure. He and his wife only take one each. But he get a little bit nervous when he know that his medical checkup in due in 3 months. So he start to take two Celergen in the morning, two Celeva after dinner. So he take for 3 months. He was so surprised because before that, his cholesterol level never come down one, only just maintained there. But he was surprised. Even his doctor was surprised, and he showed me this report. He said that his high cholesterol level, the LDL level, go down from 5.9 to 3.1, and the doctor was very happy. Whatever you take, continue. Yeah. So today he is a very happy customer of ours, and even share with his family members and friends in Malaysia. Okay. So one of the latest feedback that I have. The other one that I want to share, on video. I'll just play and let you all enjoy.
各位朋友，大家好，我是子玲。退出娱乐圈已经18年了。这18年里面呢，我就在13年开了一个 Cherry Pink Music Bar。在这期间呢，我发生了一点点小意外，脚骨就断了。然后呢，那时很辛苦的时候，我就常去找一个老朋友喝茶，他就介绍了一个产品给我，叫 Celergen。他说：“你吃吧，子玲，吃了之后呢，对你的骨骼增长有帮助，复合也有帮助，然后让你有体力去做那个复健。你知道，我们每次做 physiotherapy 都很痛。无形中，我就在不知道的情形之下，我吃了6个月的那个 Celergen。哇，真的，我就身体好了，骨骼也长了，就是复健也没有这么辛苦了，人也精神了，气质也好了。”然后我真的很感谢这个朋友，真的很感谢他，所以我吃了 Celergen 吃了也很多年了。你知道啦，做夜生活都是日夜颠倒，又要喝酒，都要喝酒的嘛，那导致我的胆固醇也很高，我的脂肪肝那当然不用讲了，不在话下，肯定就是不行的。总之身体的状况就是不是很好，很臃肿。直到2019年行情不好的时候，我就结业了，不做了。然后停业之后，我又再去找我的女朋友了，就找她喝茶了。反正没上班嘛，轻松，我去找她。我进到 office， 她就跟我讲：“子玲啊，你干嘛？这么胖，这么臃肿，整个人肥肥肿肿的。”我说：“哦，当然嘛，我说我喝酒嘛，就是这样的嘛。我现在没上班了。”说：“你真的太胖了，你不行。我公司来个新产品。”瑞士来的 Celeva 介绍你，就丢了给我，也没讲什么，我就拿回家去吃了。刚好我每年的例行检查就验血嘛，报告要去验血了，那个医生就叫我去验血。抽了血之后，3天后我去看 report， 医生就告诉我没怎么样，哇，我认识你这么久，从来没有看到你的血验出来这么好，这么漂亮，你的血这什么都很正常。我说是吗？你的那个胆固醇没有了。你的那个脂肪肝没有了，你是吃什么？我说没有啊。哦，你肯定有运动，你什么？我说没有我什么都没做，我最懒运动。我就自己讲，可能是我没喝酒吧，我是这样讲啊。回家之后再过几天，我就去找这个老朋友，我说，老朋友，把那天你给我吃的那个产品给我，真的很好，我肚皮也小了，我也掉了3个 kg 哦，哇，我吓了一跳，我本来是56 kg。53，我太高兴，我说减肥的给我，他说拜托好不好，子玲，这不是减肥的，这个消脂的，对你的脂肪说多余的脂肪可以排出来，又让你有精神。我成功了，我瘦了3 kg， 我的血脂很漂亮，我太高兴了，我爱你，我的老朋友，你最棒的。
Okay, So another wonderful testimonial. But Celeva being new, I still keep asking all our associates and friends to please feedback to us your good testimonial. You never know who are the people that you will help along the way. Because by providing good testimonial to us, and we are sharing forward outward, some other friend may be encouraged to try. Yeah, that is very important. Yeah. Okay, so Avita shared, we started in Singapore 2007. Today, we are already in 9 countries and growing. But I want to share more important thing is then the world population aging population. Will this continue? Yeah, it will become worse. Yeah, more and more aging people will be around. And the younger generation will have a tremendous burden, yeah, to take care of this aging population. So whether you like it or not, you can see from the global wellness economy, it's a 4.2 trillion in 2017. And even the World Economic Forum thought about this growth rate is twice as fast as the global economic growth. I'm sharing this not because it is a huge market, not just because it's a huge market, but more because you got to understand that means a lot more people will need such a product for their benefit, for their health benefit first and foremost. Then do you know that if you don't take care, you go into the hospital, what is the cost, especially in Singapore? So I thought about the hospitalization cost in Singapore. Anybody can give a guess. Hospitalization cost in Singapore, average. I'm not talking about the extreme. Average cost, a 3-day stay. Yeah, I think some of us will know. 3-day stay in the hospital in Singapore is like staying more in a 5-star hotel in Singapore. 3-day stay. We are looking at least 20,000 to 30,000 Singapore dollar. And I was surprised. I'm not only surprised about this, I was more surprised about the next news that I come across. Medical costs in Singapore increases almost 10% every year. How are we going to handle this kind of cost? And the next finding that I checked is, more than 90% of the critical illness claim, critical illness claim come from only 5 conditions: major cancer, heart attack, bypass surgery, stroke, kidney failure. And remember, these 5 critical illness are what Celergen, NGF, and Celeva taking care of. We can help many people to save their money, to enjoy their lifestyle for their old age, rather than put back all into the hospital. Minister Ong Ye Kung has been also very concerned about this medical costs increasing almost 10% every year. That's why he is I won't say pushing, he is strongly encouraging all citizens to take care of our own responsibility for our own health. Okay, so I thought about hospitalization. Do you want to wait until you're hospitalized, then you come and really burn a big pocket in your big hole in your pocket? Or some of us may have already taken other supplement, or you may have friends who have gone for other the cell therapy treatment in Switzerland. Let me compare also. I compare supplementation. Like just now I shared cell therapy by injection, $40,000 to US, 40,000 to 50,000 US dollar. If you break down, average cost per month in Singapore dollar, 5,000. Antioxidant product, 150. Osteoporosis, joint issue, glucosamine, all this, $90. Skin, 250. Eye, 280. Heart rate, 180. Male dysfunction. Also a huge market here. Because what? Viagra, $200. So boost vitality, $350. I tell you, even if you take out going to Switzerland for the cell therapy injection, you will need at least 1,500 every month Singapore dollar for all these supplement, good supplement. Yeah, but how about Celergen? I just compare Celergen. Celergen retail price now, Singapore dollar 523. Internationally, US 350. But being a member, Singapore or around the 9 countries is more or less around Singapore dollar $418. But today, I feel I want to show you the various packages that you can benefit from. Don't just becoming a member. Important thing. Why? I tell my friend, I always share with my friend, don't just get one box and try. No point. Because what? The Swiss professor shared with us that our cells renew itself every 3 to 4 months. So if you just get one box, even if you take one per month, it only lasts you 1 month. Then after that, you feel that you no effect, which is not true because your cells haven't really recycled one full cycle. So most of the time, what we engineers say, stretch test the product. Stretch test the product over 3 to 4 months. Then you give yourself a chance to see whether the effect really work for you or not. So that is the most important thing, that you want to do a stretch test to test a good supplement. Okay, so today, I just want to share the cell rejuvenation special package. Celergen is still one of our most premium product. It's really our most premium product around from Switzerland. Yeah, retail price, VIP member price so much. Celeva 373,298. NGF cheaper. Yeah, being everything done in Singapore but manufactured in New Zealand. So it's a different price range. But I don't want you to just start on one box like that. More important thing, you can start on a starter package. Starter package, the 6 boxes or 10 plus 3 or 12 plus 1. Ask your friend who invited you here today, what is this starting package? But if you want to look at wanting to let your family member to try, why? Because sometimes you may have family member who have a tree high or other issue. You want to have another member to try together with you so that you have another feedback. My advice is go for a direct silver. A direct silver package so that you have enough of and this direct silver package, actually, if you calculate per box wise, is much, much cheaper than the member price. Okay, not very sure of all this combo, don't worry. Your friend who invited you here will explain to you in more detail. And finally, we also have the direct go. But this one, most of the time, especially for consumer, I have consumer who try a direct silver. After a while, their sibling also want. So they get a direct go package and share among their siblings. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm sharing with you all the promotion package that you can benefit for yourself and your family. I hope now the time, I give myself about 1.5 hours, so more or less there. So I thank you very much, for your great attention. Thank you very much. But that, over to you.